Another thing, don't act like you're richer, more important, or know something more than you know. Don't try to elevate yourself and fake it, because people are going to see through that right away. And you see this happens all the time. And if you want to make sure that you are not going to be making any good connections, then do that. But you are here to make good connections and to network and establish some real friendships and connections with people. So you're going to want to be authentic. So, for example, I go to a lot of polo events. I don't really know anything about polo, so I'm not going to engage in polo conversation like I know what's going on. I can ask questions. It's great. People like to teach you about stuff. So if you say, hey, I come to these, but I don't know anything about this. What do you know something about this? What exactly is happening here? And you ask questions, and then somebody will be happy to let you know. They're not going to be like, oh, you don't know? Why are you here? Get out. No, they will be happy to be the teacher and inform you about that. So you can ask questions, or you can say something like, if somebody asks me something, I say, I don't know, I came for the sandwiches. They know I like these sandwiches, so they keep letting me show up. And I do like the sandwiches, so I'm not just making stuff up. I like the sandwiches, and I just like that there's a really cool atmosphere in those situations. And so I just like to be there, and it's a really good, the ambiance is really cool. And I like the sandwiches that they have, and there's always good beer and really cool people around. So it's just like when I go to a baseball game. I don't watch the baseball game. I'm there to socialize and see the people and just take in the whole atmosphere of it. And on occasion I look at some of the baseball, but that's not what I'm there for. And so the point is, don't act like you are. If you are super wealthy, then fine. But if you're not, like I'm not, I don't act like I am super wealthy, and I don't act like I have knowledge that I don't have, or that I'm super important. Try to keep it understated. You're trying to be remembered and stand out. One thing that I've done a lot is, instead of trying to have some fancy title when people ask you about yourself, like, I am the director of this, I'm the CEO of, because, there's a lot of people you're going to meet at these places that are like actual big shots, and they're not going to be impressed by your title. You can just say something like, a lot of times I'll say, I'm just a regular dude, just a regular guy. They're like, hey, so Nick, so what is it that you do? Regular guy, just a regular guy. And then they're like, regular guy? Because everyone's so used to people trying to throw out fancy titles that if you just say I'm a regular guy, then they're really curious. No, what do you really do? And then they're like, wow, what does he do? He must be kind of important, because he's trying to understate what he does. And I always understate what I do most of the time. Because it is more fascinating and memorable if you are understating what you do. So just a regular guy, or I'll say, hey, a dog with a note tied to it could do my job, and then they're like, well, that's probably not true. And they know that you're at the event with them, so then they're curious, what is it that you do? And then you can talk about your project. I'm working on this project. This is what's interesting to me. And you're going to want to put your interests out there. And we're going to talk about that in the next video.